Girl, the streets are buzzing with some seriously shocking tea about Diddy's adopted daughter, Ava Barron. And trust me, it's not looking good for Ava. Remember when Diddy made this huge show in 2020 about adopting her off the streets? Well, she pretty much vanished just as fast as she came on the scene, and for a while, no one even thought twice about her. But honey, with all these wild allegations and what the feds are saying in their indictment against Diddy, fans are worried sick about what really happened to Ava, and honestly, they should be. Now here's the real question, girl. Was Ava just another one of Diddy's victims? Let's break this all the way down because it's getting real sketchy. Ava Barron literally disappeared from the public eye and no one even noticed. Like, while everyone's been distracted by Diddy's latest scandals, nobody's asking the important question. Where is Ava? How did he find her, adopt her, and then drop her like she was nothing the second the cameras stopped rolling? Oh, the feds might finally be spilling the tea on what really went down. Back in 2020, nobody batted an eye when Diddy randomly adopted this girl. Sure, there were already whispers about how shady Diddy was, but back then the tea was all about him being on the DL and allegedly hooking up with male rappers. But hey, whatever happens in his bedroom is his business, right? At the time, we thought everything was consensual, so no one cared. His bedroom, his rules. But girl, knowing what we know now, it's enough to make your skin crawl. Diddy is not who we thought he was, and the alarm bells are ringing loud and clear. And honey, we owe Cassie a huge thank you for lifting the mask off Diddy's face. She showed us exactly who he is behind the scenes, and it's not pretty. Lil Rock even continued spilling the tea, exposing Diddy for trying to assault him and passing him off to other men. Can you believe that? Not to mention, he claimed that Diddy would party with young girls in his studio, bussing them in like it was some kind of sick event. And girl, get this. One of Diddy's neighbors even said they saw him allegedly bringing busloads of young girls to his house late at night.
Tell him stop bringing all the minors over here late at night. I live right next to him. He do too much. He be like, big buses. You just see all type of about. Especially at nighttime, like around 3 o'clock in the morning. It gets wild.
Girl, the real chaos went down when Homeland Security straight up raided Diddy's LA and Miami homes over those trafficking allegations. That's when it hit everyone. This is way more than the usual celebrity drama. Like, up until then, it was just some civil lawsuits. No criminal charges at all. But when the feds roll in with a full-on raid, you know they found something major. Now, after the raid, Diddy's lawyers were quick to clap back, calling out the feds for stirring the pot and trying to wreck his reputation. They claimed the authorities were just piling on to take Diddy down and completely destroy his public image. His lawyer was going off saying, "This unprecedented ambush, along with a media circus, is leading to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs." They called it nothing more than a witch hunt over baseless accusations from civil lawsuits. And to make it clear, there's been no criminal or civil findings against Diddy. His team's like, he's innocent and he'll keep fighting every single day to clear his name. But the feds, they fired right back saying, "We believe there's a disturbing pattern of trafficking here, and we're dealing with some solid allegations. This is no random name pull. There's legit stuff we're looking into." Not to be a hater, but things have definitely escalated with Diddy. He's in federal custody now. Can you believe it? He tried to post bail with a whopping $50 million, even putting up his house and his mom's homes as collateral. But guess what? The courts were like, nope. They're keeping him locked up, and if that doesn't tell you how serious this is, I don't know what will. And let me tell you, the indictment documents, whew, they are wild. Diddy was out here acting like a straight-up menace, but word on the street is that the feds are holding back some serious tea. Apparently, there's something about Ava Barron that didn't make it into the documents, and it's looking like her time with Diddy wasn't all rainbows and butterflies like we might have hoped. Remember back in 2020 when Diddy went live on Instagram and introduced Ava to the world? He was all smiles, showing her off and talking about how excited she was to be part of the Combs family. We were all scratching our heads trying to figure out what was really going on. But fast forward to now, and honey, it's looking messier by the day. Back then, we thought he was just being a decent guy, adopting a child in need during the pandemic. But now, people are seriously side-eyeing him in that adoption video. It's raising all kinds of red flags in hindsight. And girls, this is where it gets really shady. Diddy compared his adoption of Ava to Madonna's. Like, if that doesn't scream red flag, I don't know what does. We all know Madonna's adoption process has been one of the most scandalous in Hollywood. Last year, the Ethiopian World Federation even accused her of human trafficking and exploiting children. They claimed she tricked parents into giving up their kids, promising them an education in the US, only to adopt them instead. Those poor kids were never meant to be adopted, but she twisted the law in her favor and somehow got away with it. Not to be a hater, but have you seen how Diddy is out here comparing his adoption situation to Madonna's? I mean, with all the controversy surrounding her, it's not exactly a smooth move. And let's talk about that video he put out. Why did he only feature his sons and not his daughters? Ava's about the same age as his girls, and she even mentioned how excited she was to hang with them, so why on earth were they left out? You know what, girls? Ava looked really uncomfortable in that video, and now the streets are buzzing with theories. Was it the vibe in the room? Diddy's sons have their own mess to deal with. Justin was named in Lil Rod's lawsuit for allegedly helping Diddy find young girls, and Christian's been caught up in his own drama. So yeah, it wouldn't be shocking if the energy was off, even if Ava couldn't quite put her finger on it. But here's the real kicker. After that video, Ava seemed to vanish. Sure, we saw her a few times with Diddy's twins, Jesse and Delilah, but then poof, no family pics, no videos, nothing. And let's not forget, she was calling him Pop. You'd think she'd be around more, right? Now, with all the shocking allegations flying about Diddy mistreating women, fans can't help but wonder if something shady happened to Ava. It's turning into a real-life mystery that's got everyone side-eyeing what's really going on behind the scenes. And wait till you hear this. Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Dill, just stepped up and spilled some serious tea. While he didn't directly say it, he dropped major hints about Diddy doing some shady stuff to Ava, basically saying the whole industry knows what Diddy's really about.
Craziness, man. And you know what's so crazy is, bruh, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this. It's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got sex charges and everything on him, but he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN. Is keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5.
You know what, girls? Things are looking real messy for AA right now. The streets are talking, and it seems like she didn't make it out of Diddy's world without some serious battle scars. And look, I'm not here to say Diddy did something wild to her, but people are definitely whispering that she might have gotten caught up in his violent ways. Honestly, would that even surprise anyone at this point? The feds have already connected Diddy to a whole list of women he allegedly hurt, so it's no shock if Ava saw some of that firsthand. So girls, don't be a stranger. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for our next video. You won't want to miss it. Trust me, it's going to be a wild ride.